It's so funny because everyone can see your mistake except for you. You know, that's the funniest thing about it. Everyone can see your mistakes except for you. You know, the other day my friend phoned me, and you know, basically he met a girl, a lady, and they moved in with each other straight away. Like, say, if, like he met her maybe on Monday. By Wednesday, he was in her house living with her. First mistake, you know what I'm saying? First mistake, you know. And by a couple weeks later, or a month later, she was pregnant with his child. Yeah, that's the second mistake. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can see your mistake except for you, you know. And this woman, she had the baby, a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Nice baby, cute baby, you know, little boy. And they were living together, and everything was going all right for another month or two. But then after that, she kicked him out, so he had to go back to his mum's house, you know. And he's phoning me and telling me that he's stressed out and says he doesn't know what to do. Then after, he's telling me that he wants to find a new girlfriend to settle down and have a family. And I said to him, didn't you try that already? I mean, didn't you do that already? And he says, yeah, but you know, he wants another one. And I said, forget about having another one. Sort your life out, man. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, because he's not working, and he ain't got his own place. He's at his mum's house, and his mum's house is about his mum is just about to kick him out as well because he's not working. He's just smoking a lot of weed in the house, you know, and laying about in the house playing Xbox, you know. And this is what's happening, you know. Guys are making mistakes, but they're not seeing the mistakes they are making. I mean, if I make a mistake, if someone makes a mistake, you're supposed to look at the mistake you've made and try your best not to repeat that mistake, especially when it's a little baby involved, especially when there's a child involved. Because every child needs their two parents to grow them up in this world. And if they don't have them two parents, somewhere along the line, life has failed them, has failed the child. The child would be okay, but there's gonna be some part of him or her where they're gonna feel not like a normal upbringing, if that makes sense. Because there have to be a balance between the mother and the father to bring up this child, you know. But this is what this guy wants to do. Just just got kicked out of his girlfriend's house, just had a baby with her, and now she's denying him to see his own baby. So now he has to beg her on his knees just to get to see his own baby. And some women, I'm not saying all, I'm saying some women, they like to play this card game with men. They like to say, you kiss my feet to see your own son. You kiss my feet to see your own daughter. If you don't kiss my feet, then well, you're not seeing your child. You know, and guys are getting down on the ground and kissing women's feet. Do you know what I'm saying? And when they kiss that woman's feet, they lose all their pride, all their dignity, because they're not kissing the feet like through love. You know what I'm saying? It's ruling. The woman's got one on top of you. You know what I'm saying? You do what she say, or you hit the highway. You know, and it's sad as well because women shouldn't be doing that. You know, you shouldn't use your child as a tool to get your man to do what you want him to do. You know what I'm saying? Give the man freedom. If you two ain't together, okay, you're not together, but give him a chance to have an impact on his child's life. You know, and it's not good. And what I've noticed as well is that a lot of men, I don't know if it's the season for it, you know, but a lot of guys are getting emotional nowadays. Very emotional. Before, you never really see a guy get all emotional in front of you. But guys are starting to cry. Guys, you know, you never, they got a saying that men don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was a lie. But men are starting to cry now. You know, some men are going through some serious situations with their relationships, some breakup situations, divorce situations, and men are getting the bad end of the stick, and they are starting to cry. They're going through these emotions, you know, and the ladies, if you look at the ladies, before you would see a lady in a house breaking down in tears, showing her emotions, you know, because her man has left her, you know, and left her with kids, and she has to bring them up on her own. But nowadays, ladies, even single ladies, they are so independent. You know, I think it was from the time when Destiny's Child made that song. You know what I'm saying? You know that song. You know that song. I know you know that song. I ain't gonna sing it, but you know it. You know what I'm saying? Independent woman. You know, women nowadays are driving big cars more than the guys. You know what I'm saying? BMW cars. You know, women are buying houses in cash. You know what I'm saying? Forget about the mortgage. They're putting cash on the table. Women are buying diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Before it was a man who used to buy a woman a diamond, but now women are buying their own diamonds. Do you know what I'm saying? Independent woman. Do you know what I'm saying? And the guys are hiding away in their mother's house, breaking down in tears and really emotional and crying. This is what's happening now. I don't know if it's the season that's changed around, that the women had their time when they were crying, and now it's time for the guys to cry. But something has been mixed in the water. Something has changed. It's not the same the way it used to be, you know. And it's sad, really. It is sad, you know. I believe that, you know, guys have to kind of think more clever than how they think. You know what I'm saying? Just because you meet a girl or a lady in the nightclub and she's dressing all nice with her mini skirt up and all these kind of things, when you see those kind of girls, those ladies like that, it's like a message to you. It's giving you a sign, like to say, be careful of that one. Do you know what I'm saying? And if she's so easy to give her number to you, imagine how much other guys she gave her number to before you. You think you're the first? There's nothing new under the sun, my friend. Nothing new under the sun. She gave her number to you just like that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even need to ask for the number. You just winked at her, one wink, and she came up to you. You know, women used to have pride. It supposed to be the man who approached the woman, maybe buy her a drink, get to talk to her a bit, then ask for the number. Do you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you just wink at a lassie, and straight away she's coming over to you and say, "Do you want my number?" And you like a fool, you take the number, you phone her the next day, or you phone her the same day. In fact, before you phone her, before you leave the nightclub, she's texting your number in the nightclub and saying to you, "Do you want to come in the toilets with me?" You know what I'm saying? And you as a man, you're saying yeah, because that's what men do, innit? This is what men do. They can't wait to get in there, so they jump for it. You know what I'm saying? Like they got no brain in their mind, in their head. You know what I'm saying? So she texts you and says, "Do you want to come in the toilets with me?" And you run in the toilet so fast, and next thing you know, she's saying to you, you know, "Come in my car and let's go to my house." And then you go to her house and she takes off all her clothes and lies down on the bed ready to perform for you, you know. And she looks at you like to say, come on then, give me what you're gonna give me. You know what I'm saying? And you as a guy, you know what I'm saying, you think that you've won the lottery. You think that this is heaven. You think this is Christmas time. So you take off your clothes and you jump in the bed with this lady who you just met at the nightclub. You know, she doesn't ask you, are you going to wear condoms or not? You don't answer if she's on the pill or not. And you have sex. And then next thing you know, a month later, 2 months later, she's pregnant, having your child. She's having your child. And how well do you know her? You don't even know her name. By then, you don't even still know her name. Do you know what I'm saying? It's too early. You just met her, went to her house, performed and had sex, and now she's pregnant with your child, and you don't even know the lady's name. That's sad, man. That's sad. So, guys, we need to think more positive. We have to think more. Listen, if you think once and you normally get it wrong, the next time you think about 3 times before you do anything in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's like me. Sometimes, sometimes I think once and I don't really think it out properly. So, being I know myself, when someone asks me to do something or someone invites me somewhere, I think more than once before I give an answer. You know what I'm saying? There's no trouble in delaying your answer before you give the answer. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that delayment, you delaying time before you give the answer, it could save your life, and it could save another child's life out there. Do you know what I'm saying? So now she's having your baby, and her character's changing from the nightclub. At the nightclub, she was all nice to you, all kind and everything like that, But, now you're getting to know her on a different level because she's having your baby. You notice that she's got a bad attitude, and she's pregnant, carrying your child, carrying the king's child, and she's smoking cigarettes, one after the other, chain smoker, while your child is in her belly. Do you know what I'm saying? I would never want a woman to be smoking and be pregnant with my child. I couldn't have that. But you have no authority. You have no impact. You have nothing that you can say to her that she would listen to you and stop smoking while she's carrying your child. Because you don't know her. You just met her from the nightclub. You have not built a relationship with her before you're having this child. It's just meet at the nightclub, meet in the toilets, kiss, go home, all clothes off. You're having sex. Not making love, but having sex. And out of that sex, out of that wrong move, now you're having a baby. Now you're a father, and you don't even know your baby mother's name. You don't even know her name. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. And guys, and then after this happens now, and that relationship breaks up, so she kicks you out of her house, you go back to your mum's house because you didn't have your own house. Sometimes we have to think proper, guys. Think proper. Get yourself a job. You know what I'm saying? Work, make that money. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself your own place, your own department. You know what I'm saying? And then if you feel you're ready, then look for a girlfriend. At least that way. And when you look for the girlfriend, you'll find a girlfriend. Date first. Normally it takes the woman who says no, we're not having sex until we get to know each other. But guys, we could do it as well. We could say to the women, because nowadays the women ain't saying that no more. The women ain't saying that they're on the pill. The women ain't saying this, and some women are saying that they're on the pill, but they're lying to me and you. They're lying to us. You know what I'm saying? And even if she tells you that she's on the pill, it doesn't mean that you can't wear condoms. Still put the condoms on. You know what I'm saying? Take my advice. Put the condoms on. There's too much stories where ladies said that they were on the pill and they lied. They never take that pill that particular day when they know that you was coming around, or they were on the pill, but they still got pregnant. Be double safe. Put the condoms on. Guys say that, yeah, but I don't like wearing the condoms. If that's gonna save you from making a big mistake, having a baby with a woman who you hardly know is a big mistake. And okay, we say that, yeah, being the baby's coming is a blessing. All kids, all children, to me, is a blessing. Yes, it's a blessing from God. But you know what? It's sometimes we as human beings, we kind of mess up that blessing, what comes from God. Because God doesn't agree with just meeting a woman in a nightclub, going to her house, taking off your clothes and having sex with her. God doesn't say that. You know, God rather you get married. Yeah, get married, and to get married you need to know each other for a while. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I was gonna get married last year. Last year. Everything was going right. You know what I'm saying? I met this woman, she was in a church. You know what I'm saying? Best place to meet a woman in a church. She believes in God just like you. You know, but as the relationship was going on, I realized there was some things what this woman used to do, and it didn't add up right with me. You know what I'm saying? She had kids from her previous marriage, yeah, who were teenagers, and what she used to do, she used to lock up the food what supposed to be in the kitchen, she used to lock it up in her bedroom. And one day I did see it, I was in the house and I did see it, and I said to myself, why do you lock up your food in your bedroom for when it's supposed to be in the kitchen? And she says, oh well, you know, my sons, you know, they're quite greedy, they like to eat quite a lot, and they would eat all the food before the morning comes. And I said, okay, I laughed it off with her, but I thought to myself, hang on a sec, if she's locking up the food and hiding the food from her sons, and I become her husband, and she thinks that I'm eating quite a lot, she might lock up the food in her room as well because of me as well. Fancy that I'm living in a house and I can't even eat my food when I want to eat it. So I said to her nicely, I sat her down and I said to her, how long you been doing this for? And she said, couple years. And I said to her that if me and you are going to be husband and wife, you know what I'm saying, that needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? That food supposed to be downstairs in the kitchen, and whether your sons eat a lot or not, that food needs to be available for your sons and for anyone in the house who lives there to eat when they want to eat. You know what I'm saying? In prison, that's when you don't, you're denied the food. You know what I'm saying? They tell you when to eat. They tell you when to go to the toilet. They tell you when to go to the shower. We're not in prison. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I told her that has to stop. But the next thing what I found out is that every time I used to go to her house, she used to have a nice big flat screen TV. You know what I'm saying? And every time I went to her house, she always had cover, like a blanket over this TV. And I thought to myself, okay, that's not strange. I never think nothing of it too much then, you know. But one day I asked, I said to her, it's good to ask questions when you're in a relationship. Trust me. So one day I asked her, I said, why do you have the cover on your TV? And I was expecting her to just say, well, she did say it. She said it was because the dust, you know, the TV can collect dust, yeah. But then after, as we carried on talking, getting deep in the conversation, she was talking about, you know, well, these government people put spies around us, and you know, there might be a camera in the TV where the camera can be watching us. And I said to myself, no, I said to her that God doesn't deal with superstitious. God doesn't like superstitious people. God doesn't deal with that. Because you see, when you believe in God, you can't believe in superstitious as well. You know what I'm saying? When you believe in God, you can't believe in fear as well. You know what I'm saying? You know them people, they get scared about everything? Nah. You see, once you know who God is in your life, no fear lives here no more. Do you know what I'm saying? None fear. Things what used to scare other people who don't really believe in God, you as a man of God or woman of God, that fear that was inside you has to leave, because now you believe in God. You know what I'm saying? There's some things what happens and change in a human being's life when you start believing in God. You cannot have fear controlling your life, and you cannot have superstitious. Those things do not come from God. It's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? So I said to her, really? I said, listen, you're a woman of God. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to believe in those things. And the way she was talking about it, she really believed that it was happening. She really believed that there was a spy in her TV. You know what I'm saying? This woman wasn't mad. I wouldn't call her mad. She was very educated. You know what I'm saying? But she had a fear. She had a fear inside her. And you see, the thing about it, I'm a man and I'm coming with none fear. The reason why I'm coming with none fear, maybe it's because, you know, where I came from, you know, a place called London. You know what I'm saying? Down there you can't have none fear. You know what I'm saying? Second thing, you know what I'm saying, I'm representing God. You know what I'm saying? I'm living and I'm believing in God. And God says you mustn't have fear. And God says He never give us a spirit of fear. So the fear that I used to have, it has to go because now I'm representing God. Do you know what I'm saying? But you see, when you're mixing around with someone who has fear, it kind of rubs onto you like a flea bag. You know, if you got a cat or a dog who's got fleas, then you most probably can catch fleas. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, so someone with fear, you know what I'm saying, who has fear, and you're living around them and living with them, especially if that's your girlfriend or your husband or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That can rub on you, and if it rubs on you, then you've got two people living in the same place, shivering with fear. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And that is not healthy. It's not healthy in God's eyes, and it's not healthy in the human being's eyes. You know, so that's what happened. And I said to her, I sat down with her and I said to her, listen, you know what? I can't adjust to this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man of God, and I don't believe in none fear. I don't believe, even though it could be true that there's a spy through your TV, yeah, even though if that was happening, yeah, I believe that God would blind the eye that's trying to look through your TV, because God is powerful. You know what I'm saying? And God protects us. You know what I'm saying? So even though the government are trying to put a spy through your TV, God will confuse that spy. God will confuse that eye that's trying to watch us in the house and you know, destroy the eye that's trying to watch us. That's what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? No fear lives here. You know, but I noticed that she was holding on to that. You know, about the food, she agreed with that. She started putting the food down in the kitchen, back in the kitchen, and her bedroom door used to be locked. You know what I'm saying? I said, why do you have your bedroom door locked? You know what I'm saying? Don't you trust your kids? You know what I'm saying? And she says, yeah, but, you know, it's her privacy. She wants to have her bedroom locked. And it sounds okay. It does sound okay. But if I've got my kids, my children, and they live in the same house as me, and they're my children, why am I going to lock my bedroom door for? They're my kids. My kids supposed to be honest to me. My kids are my flesh and blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to trust them. I'm going to show them that I trust them as well. Because if you start showing your kids that you don't trust them, you know what I'm saying, your kids will start rejecting you. You know? So I would never have my bedroom door locked. So I told her that, you know, you have to unlock your bedroom as well. And if your kids want to go in your bedroom, so let it be. They're your kids. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to trust them. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to respect them as your kids. You know? So there's a lot of few things what was happening. And this was went through about 6 months through the relationship. 6 months. But I noticed that she was rushing the wedding. The wedding was getting rushed. It wasn't rushed by me. You know, I was cool. I was chilled. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that wedding costs money, so I was just getting myself prepared for it. And just the whole idea of getting married, you know what I'm saying, it's a new thing to me, you know what I'm saying? So I was just taking my time, you know what I'm saying, going to church, listening to the word of God, and meeting her, going out to dinner, you know what I'm saying, walking down the street, just holding hands with her, you know, being in love, you know what I'm saying? I was just enjoying that part, you know what I'm saying? But I know she was hurrying up the marriage. Do you know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, wow. You know, I took her to the place and she tried on the wedding ring. You know, before she tried on the wedding ring, she told me that I don't need to get an expensive wedding ring. You know what I'm saying? And I said, one thing you don't know about the Brown family, you know what I'm saying, what my mother teach me and all them things, you know what I'm saying? My mother teach me to aim for the best. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of been installed from me from when I was very young. You know, so when we went to the jewelry shop, you know what I'm saying, we looked for the nice rings, you know what I'm saying? And it was a nice rose gold ring for an engagement ring. And it cost just under £3,000, you know, yeah, £3,000. And remember before she said, Oh, it doesn't matter what ring you get me. It could be a cheap ring. It doesn't matter. That ain't the point. So long as we're together. You know what I'm saying? But when she did see this rose gold ring, let me tell you this now. I'm telling you, some ladies change like the weather. When she did see this gold, rose gold ring with diamonds in it, this ring looked beautiful. That ring there, when we left the shop, she couldn't stop talking about that ring. She couldn't stop talking about it. Every day, it became like a headache to me. You know what I'm saying? I love that ring. I love that ring. And I said, yeah, but I thought you said it doesn't matter about the ring. You said that I could get you a cheaper ring. You know what I'm saying? But straight away she said to me, no, I want that ring. She changed. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, I want my wife to wear nice things, I would have got her that ring. But her character start changing through the relationship. And if I did rush that marriage, I would have been in a marriage right now, today, right? Wouldn't be able to work, wouldn't be able to do what I want to do as a businessman, and stuck in the house with her kissing her feet. You know what I'm saying? But it's like God showed me that she weren't the right one. So I ended the relationship, and some people would have looked at her and say, wow, she's so beautiful. How could you end that relationship? It's better to end that kind of relationship instead of being in that relationship and be sad all your life. And that's what guys don't understand. Don't just run after everything that wears a skirt. Do you know what I'm saying? Think first. Get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? Date and keep on dating. Get to know the person. Get to know the character. Get to know when they get angry. You know what I'm saying? How quick are they to calm down and make peace with you? You see, some women will get them angry, and they will be angry with you for 3 weeks in a row. It's okay when you don't live with them, because for 3 weeks you can just speak to them on the phone. But if you're actually living with them and you have to, you know, eat food with them, and you know what I'm saying, share the TV with them and everything like that, and they're not talking to you for 3 weeks, just because you said one little thing will upset her, that is like a nightmare living in the house. Do you know what I'm saying? So all these things, you need to test the waters, guys. Men have to test the waters before we jump into the skirt. That's all I'm trying to say. And don't meet anyone at the nightclub and go to their house the same night and start performing, having sex with this woman. Because what we're doing, we're bringing in kids in this world, and we're not being a father to them. Do you know what I'm saying? We're leaving the woman because you and the woman didn't get a chance to know each other, and you're leaving the woman and you're leaving her with the kids, and it's not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. So I said to my friend the other day, you just came out of a relationship, she's had your kid, she kicked you out of her house, you're back at your mum's house, and now you're talking about you want another relationship. I said to him, get a life, mate. Get a life. Learn, you know, and he's young. He's 25 years old. 25 years old. I said to him, listen, go college, get something behind your belt, you know what I'm saying, get a degree or get something, yeah? Get a job, get your own place, get to know yourself. You see, that's another thing what men don't do. We don't get to know ourselves. We're scared to know ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to live on your own to get to know yourself. Because the more you know yourself, when you meet your partner, when you meet your future queen, you know what to bring, what you can bring to the table and what you can't bring to the table. Do you know what I'm saying? A woman likes to see a strong man. A strong man doesn't mean just muscles, the six packs. A strong man is a man of God. A man of God. So when crisis hit the family, the man of God can take in charge and pray for that family and be the leader and not a follower in that family. You know what I'm saying? And that's what women respect. They respect strong men, not fragile men where something goes wrong and they hide behind the woman. No, they don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know yourself, get to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong being single for a while. You know what I'm saying? People make it sound like it's a disease. Oh, you're single, are you? You know what I'm saying? And they look at you funny, like to say, so how come you ain't got your girlfriend? Nah, let me tell you something now. It's okay to be single for a while. Because the more you're single, you're learning about yourself. You could open up your door and come in when you want to. You know what I'm saying? No one's telling you that you have to run home. You're not saying it's a bad thing. Having a family is a beautiful thing. But while you're single, enjoy when you're single, because it's not going to always be like that. You know what I'm saying? And while you're single, get to know yourself, develop yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, get ready for that relationship so you have something to bring to the table. Yeah? So guys, I'm not having a go at you, but don't just jump into every skirt. You know what I'm saying? We have to think more than twice before you approach that woman. Think more than twice before you lie down in bed with that woman. And God bless you guys, yeah? Take care. This is Nathan Brown. Peace. One love. Peace.